World records are considered to be one of the biggest accomplishments across the entire globe, and for the most part, breaking them requires extensive amounts of training, practice, and a little bit of luck. And for this reason, world records are broken by people who intend to hold them, and obtaining one by accident is not something that ever really happens. Except that it does. You see, over the past year or so, I've been getting really into speedrunning Minecraft in all different categories, including playing the regular game itself, or testing out multiplayer modes such as Bed Wars. And after spending so many hours going for records, it's safe to say that things didn't always go as planned. Now, one of my main focuses throughout this year has been Bed Wars speedrunning, as despite the game becoming more challenging as time goes on, players are still managing to beat the world record on it relatively often. By far the biggest category in all of Bed Wars speedrunning is trying to break the solo win world record. This has been contested by thousands upon thousands of players and now sits at a time under a minute and a half at 1 minute and 28 seconds. But times like this are still definitely beatable, and I've been trying my absolute hardest to break them, except on one strange day about a month ago, trying to break this record actually caused me to break a different one entirely. You see, when trying to break the record for any mode on Bed Wars, you have to be playing very quickly and aggressively, and part of this is being able to rush your first rush as fast as you can. In order to do this, the most important thing is the map you're playing on, and currently the best one is one called A-Kill or A-Kill, I have no idea. But on top of getting a good map, you also want to have good side spawn, which for A-Kill means that your opponent will be on your left. However, when you're going for the fastest game as a whole, instead of a smaller category like fastest bed break, this is a lot less relevant and you can really be on good pace with either side. On the run I managed to break the record on, I was actually placed with a right side opponent rush, which is slightly slower by about 1 to 2 seconds, but when I got to the edge I decided to set up a drawbridge to make up for the time loss, and as I drawbridged across I knew that the pace was good so far, but things took a completely different turn when my opponent decided to rush out of his base to try and defend against me. This is something that doesn't really happen a lot during speedrunning because part of the idea of rushing so fast is that your opponent will still be gathering materials in their generator, and on the odd chance that they do rush out to fight you, they're usually already too late to the battle and you can win the fight with ease. However, during my drawbridge I noticed that my opponent was already out of his generator and standing right on the edge of the island trying to punch me off. I don't really know why that would be a good strategy because I was way too high up for him to hit me, but quickly thinking on my feet I realized that if I punched this player into the void as I ran for his bed, I could probably break it before he died. That way I would get a final instantly instead of having to fight him properly, and it worked 100% and I was really happy to get the final, and I realized quickly that that was a very fast final kill. At the time of me doing this run I was in a call with another speedrunner named Cleese, and I told him, I was like, yo, this was a really fast final kill. He's like, how fast? I was like, I don't know, I think like 19 seconds. And then he tells me that 19 seconds is literally within the top 3 times on speedrun.com for fastest solo final. At this point I was pretty excited because I was like, okay, well this is a really good time, like I'm gonna get a leaderboard position. But of course with speedruns you can't really just estimate the time, you have to get it exactly. So I opened up Premiere Pro and synced up the clip to a timer, and right on the frame where you can see the final message appear in chat, my final time wasn't 19 seconds. It was actually 18.98, and all the top 3 times were actually 19 seconds and not below it, meaning this was not only the first sub 19 ever, but also the new world record. Once I realized that this run was actually a world record, I decided to submit it to speedrun.com to see if it could actually get verified, and after spam pinging a moderator endlessly on Discord, my run got verified. And even though it seemed pretty obvious that I was going to get verified in the first place, I was still super crazy excited because about a year before, I had also accidentally beaten this time while trying to get the fastest bed break, but it had gotten rejected due to me using a custom holiday map. Bed Wars isn't the only mode where I've accidentally turned something into world record pace. You see, over the past couple of months I've been getting a lot more into RSG Minecraft, which of course is the category where you beat the Ender Dragon on a random seed as fast as possible, but because you're resetting onto so many random seeds, every once in a while you'll be provided with an opportunity to try and go for some more obscure records, and by far the biggest example that's ever happened to me is the fastest time to obtain bamboo, when I literally spawned in and saw a piece of bamboo standing right in front of me. Though looking back on it, this run could be more optimized if I had broken the block below it, as dirt breaks faster than bamboo does. Now I know getting the fastest bamboo is not really a category at all, though technically it is still a world record, but a category that's a lot more popular that I've actually had a couple crazy runs on is the fastest death on a random seed, which I have achieved multiple 5-second times for, and I believe I did get a sub 5 at one point, but I don't think I have the clip. The interesting thing about all of these world records, intentional or not, is that they really go to show all the progress I've been making in terms of speedrunning. For example, I don't think I would have ever had the opportunity to get the fastest solo team elimination had I not had a strong understanding of Bed Wars game mechanics and learned things like god bridging. Of course, runs like these that are a lot faster paced and smaller scale really do require a lot of luck as well, as being able to spawn right in front of a stick of bamboo, or beside a lava lake, or even having your opponent try to jump off their base and kill you right away, are all things that don't happen very often. And for this reason, if you guys are trying to get into something like speedrunning Bed Wars or Minecraft in general, I would heavily recommend it because even breaking fun categories like these can be pretty rewarding. And with that being said, that is the story of how I broke multiple Minecraft records on accident, and if you were to accidentally hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy, that would be greatly appreciated. Goodbye.